Quantity Radio. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Quantity Radio. This is my second visual now, so make sure y'all are subscribing to my YouTube and sharing and letting everybody know about the show, okay? We'll start off with how my week has been. I think my week has been pretty good. I've been working consistent behind the scenes. I know I've been putting out a lot of stuff, but I'm back now and we're ready to go. I have a special guest on my show today. We have Miss Keya Mone.
Hello.
Keya's Room Podcast.
Yes.
If you did not know, okay. So yes, how are you doing today?
I am okay. You know, I had some trials and tribulations this morning, but it's all right.
You're gonna get through them.
I am. I'm here. So I'm blessed to be here. So thank you for having me.
Of course. So, give us a little background on yourself. Like, what is Keya Mone about? Like, what would you like to do? Where you from? You know what I mean?
She being nosy. Okay, so for those who do not know, I'm Keya Mone. I'm CEO of Keya's Room Podcast. Also, I have Keya's Room After Dark, where I talk about sex on that. I'm from Modesto, California, born and raised. Who am I? I am very blunt, no filter. I don't hold back. I know people don't like me for that, but I don't care. It's all right. But no, I'm just out here and I'm just trying to be a trillionaire. So, that's just my next millionaire.
Oh, we got moves to make. We got money moves to make. She gotta be a trillionaire.
You already probably been a millionaire, billionaire. We just don't know it yet because we just have bills to pay, but we touched that money already.
Yes.
But trillionaires, that's a whole nother
So how do we meet? I always try to the guests that I do know personally. I'm I like to think back, how do we meet? So I feel like we've already been around each other.
Yes.
But we just didn't network and connect like that. I knew who you were, you know who I was. I met you because of Robert. So shout out Rob if you're watching this podcast. Shout out to Rob.
I thought it was Crystal though.
Robert.
Okay.
Because
now.
Robert, Gucci, whatever you want to call him.
Okay.
On the beat, whatever. So I would see you at his kickbacks.
Yep.
All the little kickbacks and stuff I used to go to back in the day. I'm I would see her around. The ratchet days. So that's how we met. I'm just okay, I peep the scene, I'm I see everybody, but we never really crossed paths like that. And then to find out that you are a Cancer as well.
We just found that out the last time we seen each other. Though.
Exactly. And that we were at Rob's house.
And I didn't even know you had a podcast until we really talk. That was our first time we actually had a conversation.
Exactly. And I'm just I see you got a podcast. I got my podcast. You're a Cancer. I'm a Cancer. Look at God. Why is that?
I was like,
So yes, that was really dope. So I'm glad we are connected now, and for you to even be a guest on my show, I really appreciate that. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me because you're bomb.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate you.
Oh my God. So hey y'all, we're gonna dive into today's topic, which is giraffe season.
Yes.
Giraffe season. And let me tell y'all why I chose her to come on my show, because she, like she said already, she is blunt. She does not care. She gonna give her straight opinion, no chaser. Put your juice and your lemonade away, because she gonna give it to you
straight up.
Straight up. So I was okay, so we could definitely dive into this topic of draft season. And just to let everybody know, draft season. So technically, draft season, when it comes to the sports and everything, you get drafted.
Yeah.
I'm not a sports person. But I do know about draft season. You got to get drafted to get on the team to play, right? So we talking about that in a dating sense today. So that's what we're talking about. The players get drafted, they get signed on, they sign their contract, and that's who they're playing with. And can't nobody else do that to the next, draft season. Their contract is up. Then they can go play somewhere else.
Yeah.
So yes. So we're gonna talk about draft season today. If we're drafting you, we've already been peeping you. for a second. Like, you know, you've been trying to get at us or, you know, talk to us and see what we're about. And we got our eye on you. And we contemplating, like, is he eligible? I think he might be eligible for the draft. The draft pick.
Because I'm picky.
We real picky. And we're going to get to that too. So we've been had our eye on you more than the others. Because, you know, it's a lot of people that's trying to get drafted to the team. They don't always make it. For real. So, you know, exactly like what qualities does it take for you to get drafted onto the team?
Okay, are we talking sense as relationship wise or just like you just a blue thing for right now type of sense?
We could do both.
Okay.
So we're gonna talk in like a talking stage type thing. Like we already know you, so what like general qualities you can have, and then qualities that you need for them to have as far as dating goes and courting goes. Like what qualities do you need to possess in order to get drafted onto the team to make it somewhat kind of official?
To be honest, right now in my life, I'm not effing on nobody unless you have something to give me. That's just how I feel.
Okay, elaborate on.
I just feel like you have, like, I'm going to mess with somebody who got connections. Like, for me vibes. You get what I'm saying? So, it's like, if I'm going to F on you, it's like, oh, you're going to be connected to so I can get to so-and-so. Mm-hmm. Like, one of those type of situations. Especially because I got a podcast. It's like, all right, like, you want my cat? Well, I want your connection.
Oh, she did it. I mean, it's no chaser. Okay. So connections. Okay. What else? Like, okay. So we talk about that was like the talking stage and everything, dating stage. What is gonna convert him over? Like what? So let me see. Like for me, I would have to say you're just a cool person. It has to be. I'm big on vibes and energy.
Girl, I was just about to say vibe, energy, and connection has to be the thing.
It's the vibes, man. Like I don't care what you have. Let me break it down to you right now. I don't care if you got the flyest car,
girl,
the fattest house, all the money, taking me out to all these 5-star restaurants. If your vibe and your energy is not, you know, compatible with mine, I'm just not feeling it. It's just not. I'm not easily impressed. Like you can have all the material stuff, but if your mindset is not where it needs to be, and your vibe is off, or you just like a cocky person, like you're not getting drafted. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this, and I took you on. It doesn't matter, sir.
Yeah,
sir.
For real. Especially when you messing with an independent woman, I think that's where people get it twisted. It's like we could provide for ourselves. So what makes you think that just because you got all this is gonna make me want you when I got it myself and I could provide for myself?
Exactly. We already doing everything on our own. So you coming in, you supposed to be adding to that. But also I need you to come with that positive attitude, that positive energy, you know, be my peace. Well, they always want us to be their peace. Can you be mine? For real? Can you be mine? Yes. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Like consistency, vibe, and energy. Reassurance.
I love reassurance.
Reassurance, like let me know that you still, you know, don't just try and then like you dial back on it. I want you to keep letting me know like this is what you want. You want me.
I'm
okay. I'm the only one. Like you consistently calling me, and consistency is part of that reassurance. Like okay, like you've been contacting me, you've been checking on me, you care how my day was, not just what you're doing.
It's always a small thing. So sometimes that's when we do overlook, but you know that's something that we gotta ensure. Yeah. Yeah.
So definitely those are some, if y'all listening, y'all watching, I want y'all to take notes to that. It's definitely the small things, like I said, consistency, reassurance, your vibe, your energy. I don't care what material things you have, you have to be on point mentally and show affection, love, all that. That's what I'm about.
Because we're Cancer, baby. That's why.
Deep breath on that. We are Cancer.
So we really big on that.
We big on love and affection and you showing it, not just saying it. We big on actions.
Yeah.
So, what automatically disqualifies a man from getting drafted? What would be like? It's no go for you.
I would like to hear your answer first.
Oh my God! Hold on. What would be a disqualification? Let me see. Boring, maybe. In a sense, because everybody has their own definition of boring.
Yeah.
Maybe what you dislike, what you like, or whatever might not be, the likes of somebody else. So that's fine. But I'm talking about boring as in you don't want to go nowhere. You don't want to go have fun like that, or you just. I'm a homebody myself, but I do like to get out, especially like if I'm in a relationship or if I'm talking to someone or getting to know someone dating. I want to go out and have fun. Yeah. And like I said, it's the simplest things for me. It doesn't have to. You don't got to take me in a hot air balloon and go across the city. That's cute too.
Yeah, I'm like, you're not throwing that out there.
Hold on now. That's cute too. But it could be like a simple, let's go to, Dave and Buster's or, let's go mini golf, whatever. Let's go, anything, an art class or something like that. That's what I like. So if you're boring and you don't want to do things or being inconsiderate of my feelings is another one. If I express something to you and you just like brush it off or you're not willing to communicate, have an open mind, then that's like, okay, so I'm gonna be hitting a brick wall every time with you. Yeah. So that's like a no-go for me. You can't teach me anything. I don't want to be the one teaching you all the time and having to let you know, oh, this is how you do this, or this is what I like, or, I want you to be able to teach me something. Like, oh, okay, like, that's what you into. I didn't know that. Like, I want to learn. Like, I'm a natural student. Like, I just always love to learn. I always question everything. Like, I'm curious about different things. So if you got a man that can come in there and, like, teach me something, I don't care what it is, like, something that I didn't already know, and we could teach each other, like, that's a turn on to me. Yeah, girl. So that's my answers.
No, I'm like that too, because I'm like, okay, because we quoted like Nipsey lyrics right there, because Nipsey did say that one time. I was like, all right, me, it has to be being disrespectful for me. But I mean, like, not even towards me, but just in general. Like, if you're being disrespectful towards, like, maybe your mom or maybe a server, I don't care. Like, disrespect for me is just a turn off in general, because I'm such a sweetheart. I am.
She's like,
I am. But I feel like disrespect will be the main thing. Because, like, I don't want that, energy around me.
Exactly. And that's a big actual turn off. Like, you just disrespectful, especially towards me. Like, that's automatic no-go. But then, like, it doesn't have to be, like you said, towards yourself. It could be
towards others.
Anybody. It's like you just dating a disrespectful person.
I just don't want to be around nobody nasty.
Yeah.
So I want somebody who has good qualities in them as a man.
So that was. I feel like that was a big one. That was like a number one for you. What would possibly like your number two, your little bullet point after that? Like, what's something else that would be a disqualification to get drafted to Keya's team?
You just gotta have like good hygiene and like stuff like that. Like,
So if he's stinking,
I can't be with you.
Okay, so you ain't gonna work on. Are you gonna tell him before you just set it off? Or are you just gonna be like, this ain't working? Like, buy
you
some
stink.
cologne.
Like, no. I mean, why would I do that? Like, if you're a grown man, because I'm 30, like, I'm just saying.
And you don't smell yourself. Like, come on.
If I tell myself, like, if I stink, then you should be like, okay, I stink too. Like, you should have that same quality. You know what I'm saying?
If you stink, like, if I smell you, I know you smell you. So at this point, you're careless.
Yeah.
And you disrespectful. You gotta go.
Well, I mean, everything that you said too, same way, because I like to do spontaneous stuff. I don't like to be boring. Just everything that you said, I feel the same way, honestly. But being disrespectful is a lot for me. Yeah.
So, when you say you spontaneous, like, name some things that you...
I was like, hold on.
In the dating scene. Okay, so in the dating scene, spontaneous.
I would love to do something that he likes. Like, I'm one of those type of women. I'm so thoughtful. So I would be like, if he said, like, I really want to go to see, J. Cole in concert or something like that. He's been talking about it. I would spontaneously buy tickets and then, like, take him there.
Yeah. You're like, where we going?
Or even if it's something small, like restaurant, whatever. Like, I've been craving seafood, whatever, just randomly. All right, for sure. Like, hey, get ready. Let's go. I got you. And I'll pay for it.
Yes.
I have no problem paying for it.
My man. See, let me say something.
Girl, let me tell you something. They don't know about us.
They don't know about the real women, the real cancer women. No, that's big. I'm sorry, y'all. If you're not a cancer, if you never did a cancer, you're gonna learn today. Like, every time I bring cancer on the show, you ain't met the best. I'm sorry. But so we are big on spoiling our partners. Like, but we're big on reciprocation too. So whatever you give me, I'm maxing that times 10. Like, you done came and gave me a nice dinner, had the rose petals and everything. You don't even have to worry about, like, oh, I wonder if she's going to do something for me or anything. Just wonder the magnitude of what I'm going to do at the end, because I'm always going to come back for that. I'm always
your feet right after
don't even worry, I got you. So like you said, we don't mind paying. I know some men take offense to that. I was just having a conversation the other day, like, some men actually take offense to that, like, I don't want you to pay for anything because they want to feel like the man.
Yeah, that's fine. That is fine.
That's fine.
But to me, I just feel like, you know, as long as he knows that, though, like, I got a good woman in my hands. At least she was willing to pay. As long as he knows that, then that's fine. But, you know, some men, they don't acknowledge that, and that's the problem. And then you'll probably bump heads later down the road, because then he'll be like, you know,
because we don't mean it in that way. Like, oh, I got it. Like, you ain't got, like, we're trying to take the masculine role. It's like, we're just, you know, being sweet. Like, I got a baby, pay for everything else. You always pay for the dinners when we go out. I got you. It's like a time for you to be spoiled. Keep your wallet in your hands. I got it. You know, so I'm big on that too. It's not just all about me. It's about the man as well. So y'all get spoiled too.
Have you been in a situation, because I'm talking to somebody right now, right?
Okay.
And every time he buys me something, I'll give him money back. Or if I buy him something, he'll give me money back. And I'll be like, stop giving me money back. He's like, well, that's just what's going to happen. So I deal with that type of situation. Have you been in those situations before?
I don't think so.
She's like, I get spoiled.
Like, but, you know, like, I mean, if it's a big purchase, I don't really give the money back. I'll probably give him something of the same value or more to him as well. Give him something. So if somebody was to give me, like, oh, I'll pay for your nails to get done or whatever like that, I'm like, okay, you want to get your haircut? Okay, here. You know, I'm gonna give it back to you in that sense. I'll pay for your haircut. Oh, you finna go out with the boys? Oh, here, I pay for your food when you go out or something like that. Like, I don't necessarily give the money back. But girl, if he buy stuff for you, you better let him, and then you go pay for him something else. Don't play now. Let that man spoil you, okay?
I agree. It's one of those things where it's like,
you're so giving. You're so giving. Like, it's all the time. So it's like, I have to instantly, like, reciprocate it back to you. So I understand that part. I do. But just buy him, like, a gift. You think?
Next time.
Like, okay, babe, I got you something. Okay. So let's see. Once you get drafted, because you already got drafted, so we named the qualities.
Yep.
So once you actually get drafted to the team, you get to come play on my team.
Are you main by then? Are you like top 3?
We got a lineup here.
Okay.
We got a good lineup. Okay. That's another thing I was going to dip into. Can you draft more than one player?
I am. I am. I do not care.
She's like, I do not care. Like,
listen, you're going to have one main person and have the rest be your... Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I could. So
go ahead. No, say what you
pose. Okay. The rest will be your sidelines.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you have to have a good lineup, like just like a basketball team. But y'all got that star player.
Exactly.
That you always with. So you might draft somebody. You know, you don't want to be just put all your eggs in one basket. So until y'all make it official, like, so I would say before draft, y'all just talking. Y'all getting to know each other.
Yeah.
Once you get drafted onto the team,
if you want that main position,
you better play your part. You better play your part.
They're not using it always being sidelines.
You know, and that's what I was going to talk about and touch on. Once you get drafted, keep that same energy.
For real.
Please do not dumb that night. Don't, because that's going to have to put somebody else as a star player, because you falling back. You just in the lineup now. I got another star
But you know, some men are okay with that. Some men are okay with just being sidelines, though.
See, now you gotta know who you're dealing with, and you gotta know where you want to go with that person. Because if you already drafted them, you eventually thinking about dating them and making it official. So if you okay with just being the side, that just tells me what you want out of me. You only want me for the cooler.
But that's what I said earlier. What are you benefiting off of him? That's what you need the sidelines to be beneficial for. It's like, we're going to be sideline. Okay, if you're going to be sideline, you can stay there, but what am I getting? Yeah.
Exactly. So you can't just
leave 1% of their paying your rent, and then you're going to keep them on the sideline.
Right.
You can be there. You don't have me. You're all right. I'll dibble-dabble on you for a little bit.
Oh my God. This is so funny. So, yeah, you got to keep that same energy. I don't want you to, like I said, because that's going to put you to the sideline. I'm gonna bring somebody else to the star player, and the star player is the person that you're going out with the most.
Yes,
he's taking you out on dates. He's giving you massages. All the romantic.
That's the one that you really having sex with.
Exactly, you having intimate.
Yes,
there we go.
Yes, not just sex. Intimate
with. Okay. Intimate with. Like, okay, like this is nice. Like you considering cutting off the rest of the team. So this star player,
yes,
because you still got to go through everything. Like, don't quote me. I don't really know sport. I do, sports,
so I could probably answer.
So you got drafted. You on the team, but we got to make it. What you got to do? The playoffs. You got to do the finals. You got to win the championship. Like we got to get there. You know, and that star player is gonna get you there and get you that ring because everybody working for the ring, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying. So that's what I was going to say. Drafting more than one person. So how does that go, for you? So you dating multiple people. How do you organize and, like, juggle in between the men? Like, so you just got somebody you just let him take you on dates. You got another guy that you just going out with all the time, going to do fun stuff with, like arcade stuff with. You got another guy that's, whatever he's doing, his profession. It's like, okay, I got options. So how would you juggle all that? Like,
mine's lightweight different right now. Like right now, speaking wise, I am just messing with people. Just like, what are you beneficial for me for? Mm-hmm. I know you want my cat, so what could you bring me to the table? So it'd be more like for me, I'm not hanging out with them. It's like get me backstage to a concert or something. You feel me? Or get me to this event that I have going on, or I need this paid. You know what I'm saying? And people could judge how they want to, but I mean, it's draft season. That's
it's draft season. I mean, especially if you want the cootie cat, like Jocelyn said, you gotta be stingy with the cootie cat. So, that's what we doing. What are you bringing to the table, sir? For me, like I'm giving you this. This is a whole vibe. This is whole energy I'm giving you right now. What are you bringing for me?
So picky. I don't want to like go on dates anymore.
But how do you get to know each other? Like, if you're not going on no dates, like, explain?
Right now in my life, I am messing with people that I've been knowing for years already. Like, they've been like maybe like my homies, partners, or we started off as F buddies, and then something like that. But like new D, I have not had that interaction to let them have to take me out on a date.
Okay, so now I got questions now because you're gonna say you put your foot in your mouth.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. I'm ready for it.
So you said right now you're just dating people that
I'm not even already.
Talking to people, messing around with somebody else, talking stages.
Yeah.
So you've dealing with people that you already known before, like years, friends, homies, F buddies. Does it get messy?
No.
Because I
mess with grown men.
Okay.
Like that's number one, kids who you're messing with. You got to mess with grown men who understand their place.
That put them in their place. I like that.
No, because you have to. Because honestly, like men will sit up there and try to put females in place and have them in a position. Well, you got to be in position too, homeboy. Like you will already know. Like we know what it is. We effing, but if you get a woman, I get a man. We still partners. X, Y, and Z, don't act weird. That's just what it is.
Okay. But what if that turns into something more, though? I mean, are you just messing with them just in that sense? Just for that? Or will you eventually...
If it gets there, then it gets there. If it don't, it don't. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I have such great vibe and connections with all these people that, yes, there's a little bit of potential that they could be something in the long run. But if we don't end up being anything, it's okay.
Yes.
But also, it also comes down to what type of man or woman are you messing with? Because women start tripping out, and I'm not one of them type of women. So you get a woman, cool, like I'll dab that girl up right and be like, "What's up? Hey sis, nice to meet you." Like and I would act like we never did anything. I know that sounds shysty, but I don't care.
This is a true player from the Himalayas. If you did not know.
But that's how you have to be like, though. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like we have to be like that because we've been done like that before as women from men. So it's our turn to kind of like be on that type of hype.
I got all guy friends. So imagine me having all guy friends and I'm learning this. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Since y'all do it, I'm going to act the same way, player.
And it better not be a double standard because I'm tired of that double standard. Like, I feel like nowadays men, if they know you're dating around, which you're supposed to do when you're dating, that's exactly what that means. You're supposed to date around. You could be dating 4 or 5 people. And if you let the man know that, he feels some type of way now. I feel like
so judgmental.
It's so like, oh, you dating, so they feel like they don't have to put in as much work because you're dating other men, and you let them know. Because I'm honest. So if you ask me, like, you talking to other people, yes, I'm not just gonna cut everybody off just because we just start talking. You know, that's not the case. Because what if you end up wasting my time and I cut off all my other people, and I gotta go get them back, and they like, you know. So I feel like once you tell men that you're dating other men, and you don't have to be having sex with all these men, you could just, you know, they're courting you, they're taking you out, they're showing you a good time. I feel like some men, maybe they might be a little jealous about that, and so they downplay their role now. They were giving you flowers. They were taking you out to this type of restaurant. And now it's like, oh, well, you got other men, so they could do that for you. Why? Why is that the case?
For real.
Like, I really want to know, because that's the whole thing of dating. I'm supposed to date around, not just cut off all these people. You got to make it. You got to earn that.
Yeah.
I got to see that. Like, you're not wasting my time. It has to be time put in. It has to be a thought process with that. I just can't. I'm just not going to cut off everybody for you. You know, you got to show me. You know, so that's as far as me, like, with juggling the different guys. It's like, okay, well, you think you could think that if you want to get off the team, you can go ahead. I'm gonna bump this dude up to where your spot was.
Do you have anybody that you have potential like that?
Woo! Child. Girl, you gonna make me say some things on this podcast. So
you was being nosy with me.
I sure was. Look, you trying to run it back on me. That's crazy.
We're gonna get in your business.
Like, you my business. I don't like that. Like, so yeah, I talk to people. They have
potential.
Okay. See, now if I say something, I might get cussed out after this podcast, and I don't want to get cussed out. So yeah, I have someone. Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that. So we're gonna go ahead.
Like,
we're gonna go ahead because I'm not. No. So I'm taking this from a man's perspective. I did decide to put, you know, some input in there from men, you know, even though it's really draft season for us, for y'all men to get drafted to us. Us women, I've heard that, and for myself as well, I know this to be true. We're too picky. We're too picky when it comes to choosing our men and who we want to give our time to. But I feel like at the same token, that we have every right to be. Because I'm choosing to talk to you. What am I getting out of this? And it doesn't have to be money-wise or anything like that. But what are you bringing to the table? Like, I choose to be picky because at the end of the day, I'm giving you my time. Mm-hmm. I can't get that back. I'm giving you my energy. I'm spending money on you if it gets that far. You know, so you have to be of a certain tier to be talking to me. Like, everybody is different. You like what you like. So it just depends on the person. But how do you feel about that statement? Like, us women are too picky, and how would you...
Shouldn't we be, though? I feel like I'm 30. So you want me to go mess with the guy who don't got no job, don't got nothing going for himself, and I'm supposed to uplift and bring him up? Boy, it's 2021. I'm not trying to be rude, but, like, we do not live in that generation no more where we supposed to sit up there and get a man that doesn't have nothing, uplift him. No offense. I would rather mess with a man, and let's say he lost everything, then I'll uplift him. No offense, that's just me. But I'm not about to be with some bum.
That's facts. Like, because you can help uplift him and build him up, and, oh, babe, it's okay, and I'll take care of this until you get on your feet. Or you don't know. You got to really know his character.
Exactly.
Because especially if you just meet somebody and he wants to talk to you, why should I give you and uplift you and do all these things when I'm already set? Exactly. Not saying that I'm set, like, as far as, you know, like, I'm just good, but I'm on my shit. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm a grown woman. Exactly. I'm on my job. You know what I'm saying? You see what you're getting.
But would a man sit up there and be with a bum female? Like, come on now. Like, they wouldn't. So I just feel like that's just, you know.
Why would we do that? Yeah, do that for you? Because we could get played. I mean, that's a mindset you kind of got to have. Like, I done lifted you up, and now you on to the next female that look good because she wants you for your money because she didn't see you when you was down. Now you broke. I was there uplifting you and putting you up, and now you acting funny with me. Now I gotta beat your ass.
Why you being weird with me?
Why you being weird to me? Why? Like, I feel that because I'm just like, you know what? Everybody should be picky, not just women. Men should be picky too.
Exactly.
Because they're known for just, messing with whatever.
Exactly.
So we got standards. We can't be blamed for having standards.
Just because you like to F everything.
I'm saying. Like, I really feel like you should be picky, especially, like, at this time of age as we're getting older. Like, us millennials are getting older.
Girl.
Okay?
I'm old.
She says she's 30. I'm 28. I'm about to be 29. Girl, if y'all would zoom in the sound on this knee when I pick it like it's a little click sound, we're going to check that out. We got to go to Kaiser. But... So, yeah, definitely be picky about who you want and don't play around. Like, we don't have time for games at this point because people is 30 plus, approaching 30. I don't have time. I just don't have time.
I don't know. This generation's whack, too, though.
It is. It's ghetto.
Hello.
That's all I can say. Dating right now is very ghetto because everybody is out for themselves and you got to really know people's true intentions. So, it's really rare that you find someone with pure intentions with a good ass vibe. Like, oh my God, like you have to hold on to that when you find it. Like, it's the energy for me. Like, if your energy is good, shoot, I don't know. Like, and the D good too.
The D girl, for real.
So, back to that though, because I remember you saying you don't be tripping. Like, you could just, if the man is talking to multiple females and you gonna walk up and dap and stuff, like, hey, how you doing? Mm-hmm. But if the D is good and the energy is good, you still gonna be player about it?
Yeah.
Really?
Why not?
I be a little crazy sometimes, and
I feel like they'll come back. And they have.
I'm confident in that. That's what I know.
Confident in that. Like,
that's what I know.
Like, come on now. It's like I'm messing with people that I've been known for years. You
right.
feel me?
So that's like, all that bond is always been
like
there.
deadass. I got somebody in my DM, and I messed with him in high school, and he's still in my DM. So it's like, okay. And you got high school punani. You did not even.
You didn't get the grown
punani. So I can only imagine what I might get into.
Definitely will be in the DMs, in the text messages, outside your house, in the bush type stuff.
I'm okay. I don't need that right now.
See, I don't need that. I don't need those problems. I got business to do, to conduct. I don't have time. So, do you have a type when it comes to men?
Ooh. You know what? This is really good. Not no more. As a grown woman, I realized, like, F a type. Like, because my best friend, I'm talking to him, and he is short, Kevin Hart status, something that I would never, go for. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because when I was older, I always just wanted tall, dark, handsome, this, that, light skin and dreads or whatever, just that was my type back in the day. Now I'm just like, I don't care. As long as you're good to me, I don't care. Because I know some women will let go of a good man because of height. And I'm taller than him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be like, no. Like, I'll keep my Kevin Hart.
I'll keep my Kevin Hart.
I'll keep him. I'll keep him.
So no type, no more. Okay.
No more. No.
Okay. And that broadens, your availability to what dudes that want to come and talk to you. Like, because it could be a good dude. And you're like, you look too short for me. Mm-hmm. Your haircut ain't how I like it.
People don't like chunky men. I'd be like, I mess with me a chunky man, and I loved him. Oh, baby. People be trying to downplay chunky men, like, oh, how they are, like, hygiene wise. I'm like, nah, mine smell good. So
I don't know what you talking about, but better get them some Old Spice or something, wash them up or something, because mine smell good, honey. I don't think I don't have a type. I think when you were like in high school, that's when that type came in. Like, I want the football player, I want the athletic one, or he has to be 6'2", or he has to be, you kind of have those like vague descriptions, like what you want in a man or what you thought you wanted until you got older. Then you realize it's more, less about physical appearance. And more about how you treat somebody and the vibe you get from that person, how they conduct themselves, how they handle you. I think that's what's more. That's my type now.
Yep. My homie, he actually put me on game, and he was like, you can't be with anybody nowadays. He's like, if you have a kid right now, like, you want to talk about, like, religion with your kids, like, you know, because you're Indian. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, what if he's a different race? And I was like, that's very true. He's like, you know, just, are you going to whoop your child, or you're not going to whoop your child? You're going to yell at your child. He's like, you want to get a man that's going to have all these characteristics that you want to be with, that's going to match up with who you are as a person also, you know? Of course, you're going to have disagreements, but, you know, but that kind of opened my eyes, like, okay, it's more to life than just, are you 6 feet, you know, tall. Like, it's more than that.
Because they can have all that and be just trash, don't believe in the same thing that you believe in. Their morals are different. And I was like, damn, you know? So I think y'all got to connect on that type of level, intellectual type thing instead of physical.
Yes.
And you could deal with that later. You know, I want to know that we're on the same page if we trying to move forward. And especially if we're trying to build something, especially if you want to get married to this person, like it get deep, you know? So you got to...
Because honestly, I'm fat now. You feel me? I'm going to get skinny later. Just wait on it. No, but like, you know, I'm being honest. Like, I'm fat now. I'm going to get skinny later. But like, with marriage, people change. People get fatter or they get skinnier. And a person has to love you regardless. Throughout those trials. You know, that's what people don't understand. So that's what would make the perfect man for me. It's like loving me
throughout thick and thin.
Because my best friend been on me for 10 years, so he's seen me skinny, and now, you feel me? He still love me till today.
Love everything about her. That's what I talk about. Like, love me through thick, through thin, with my bonnet on, with my moo on, because I wear moo sometimes.
Girl, love moo.
Oh my God, because you just let everything just go. I don't wear nothing under my moo.
Just like airing out. Yeah. No, for real, and it's good for you too.
It is like no seclusion. Everything is out in the open, getting air. So I'm just like, I don't have a type. Like I used to say, I like dark skins, or he has to be tall, or this and this. It don't matter. I'm still. Let me not put my foot in my mouth with them because I still am a little iffy on certain skin tones. But you know, so yeah, I don't have any discrimination against certain skin tones.
I was gonna say, girl, don't get canceled.
I'm not. No, please don't cancel me. I love all colors, skin tones. I just love you so much. Just put them all in the melting pot. I just love it. But I do tend to gravitate. Let's see how I did that. Gravitate towards the dark skinned men. I don't know why, but it's just something about them. It's chocolate. But anywho, I don't have a type. So like I said, you just gotta be, you know, consistent. I'm big with consistency.
Yes.
Like I need to know.
Girl, I need to be consistent with my podcast. So I feel you.
Like consistency is key. Like you ain't gonna get nowhere consistent. Like it's okay, you lacking, you come on now. I need you to reassure me in consistency that you still want to be with me.
Girl,
okay.
Look, some voice.
Look, okay, sir. Like I just need that from you because, you know, especially men get inconsistent after that the first time, I feel like all those good morning texts kind of like dwindle down a little bit.
Hate that.
Like why? And
then when I check them, they be like, you know, they want to make up all these excuses, and it's like I don't got time.
I ain't got time for that, sir. Like, but so it'd be like when, you know, you had that first time, and they still consistent after that, and they keep texting you, and they checking on you, and they FaceTime you, and they call you. I be like, oh,
yes.
like, oh, my chest. I love it. So yeah, that's a big thing for me. Will have to be part of my type. Caring, affectionate, loving, all of that. Just all those
goofy,
vibes.
I'm silly. Yeah,
I love to laugh. I love cracking jokes. So you gotta make me laugh.
Cause sometimes I'm stupid. So you feel me? I'm like, okay, you gotta just match that energy.
Yeah, you gotta, cause you know we ain't got no sense up here. So we gotta be able to get along and be playful at the same time, not always serious, but able to be serious. And if you're able to put me in my place,
girl. What time are you talking about? I'm talking about both ways. I'll let you know now.
Like you gotta be able to put me in my place. Like, okay, let me know what to do. And I'm like, okay, even if I have a little attitude about it, like, who you talking to? But all right, I'm gonna go sit down. No, it's cool. I'm gonna sit down.
Listen, just this one time.
You know, whatever. Like, so that's sexy. That's a turn on. Like, I ain't gotta be like, boy, who are you talking to? Like, I don't want to have to stun you.
Girl,
you know what I mean?
If I feel like I have to stun you, I'm not attracted to you.
Exactly, because I feel like I'm in the more dominant role, and I don't. You supposed to be the dominant one.
I be trying to act like I'm a man.
Right. You gotta have somebody that's gonna sit your ass down. You're gonna respect them though when they put you in your place because of how he handles you as a woman. So it's like, oh, okay, like, you know, I'm gonna be quiet though. You know, I'm gonna let you do you. I'm gonna let you put you in my place.
Though. We'll talk about that another episode.
Well, that's another episode. I'm gonna be on her podcast talking about that.
Yes.
So speaking of her podcast, Keya's Room.
Yes.
Tell us about your podcast. What is it about and where to listen to it at and what you got coming up next? Let us know.
So I am on all platforms. Right now I am trying to get situated and get into my spot. So I'm breaking that news because nobody doesn't know that I'm getting my own place. So I did it on your radio show.
You heard it here first.
Quarantine radio. Okay. So cause I said radio show, but shit, we're gonna put it in existence that we, you know,
we on the radio. With this. We Breakfast Club status already.
Yes, period. But I'm on all platforms. I'm getting my spot. When you just enter my room, I just want you to understand that you're unapologetic. You can be real, you can be blunt, be yourself. A saying that I have on my YouTube, if you read it in my bio, is people can't judge you because everybody has their own skeletons in their own closet. So that's just what I live by, you know? So I'm just not going to change it for nobody.
Exactly. You should always keep your own vibe, stand your ground. And this is my podcast. And that's the dope part. You know, it's your platform. Yeah. This is you. You created it. So you can do whatever you want. Yeah. And, you know, bring whoever on you want. And I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
You know, you're doing your thing with the podcast. I know we were both a part of the David Shands challenge. Shout out to David Shands.
Yes. Thank you for putting me on that.
Of course. Like, he's been a great mentor and letting us know different things about how to even run our podcast differently than we were before. So shout out to David Shands. He'll be on our podcast. We can manifest that. We can manifest queens. And they just be so low. We out here manifesting these things.
Everything.
Yes.
I'm big on that too. All over my page if you see it on Instagram.
Yes, manifestation is real. So definitely go check out her podcast. Yes. I will be putting the link in the description box below and you guys can check her out. Please support. And thank you just for being on the show.
No,
I really appreciate it.
I actually had fun.
Thank you. You're a wonderful guest and we kept it real and fun. That's what I like to do. So go ahead and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. Like, share, tell a friend. I'm also on all streaming platforms, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, you name it. Go listen to it. Tell your mama, tell your man, tell your cousin. Yes. So we'll see you on the next episode of Quantity Radio. Thank you for tuning in. Quantity Radio.